looking at this question, okay, this is from Singapore Chinese Girls School SA2 P6 2021, okay, and this is question number 15. So over here, as you can see, study wanted to make a cut using semicircles and quadrants of circles 1.5 centimeters all around a rectangular cut. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to quickly go to this and we want to say that this is how much? This is actually 1.5. Make sense? All right, and then after that, this much is how much? This much is also equals to 1.5, which means to say, in fact, I wouldn't even say it's 1.5. I would just find the diameter. And this is 3, correct? Okay, all right. And once I'm done with this, I can actually continue on looking at the other side, which is also the same. This part is 3 and this part is 1.5. Make sense? Now, what I can see over here is that she attached the design using pins as shown below. Okay, and the length of the rectangular cut is 24 cm. That means whatever that is from here all the way to here is actually 24 centimeters. Okay, so I know that's the length, which means to say this part is also 24 centimeters. And they tell us that the perimeter is how much? 72, right? So therefore, I can actually find, since the perimeter is 72 centimeters, I can find the breadth, isn't it? So 72 minus 24, I divide by 2. I will get to my answer, all right, which is equals to 12 centimeters. Once I'm done with that, okay, I want to move on to the next part, okay, and in fact, you know what, I can just write down that this is 12 cm. There's another observation, okay, and the observation is that this part is also 3. Make sense? This part is also 3, okay? What is it that they want us to find in this question? They want us to find the area, isn't it? So I know that this part is also 3. I know that this part is also 3. They want us to find the area of the cut. Okay, so of course, the area of the cut is very simple, right? The meaning of area means whatever I can touch, isn't it? So even the decorations are part of the area of the cut. So the decorations have to be included. So what you want to do is this. Look at this. I want to do one thing first, okay? And I know, okay, that this is a quadrant. Can you all see that? This is a quadrant. This is another quadrant. Make sense? And there's this extra part outside. So maybe just put E. E. To show that that is the extra. And there's E. All right, so for every corner, right, there is an extra part. Make sense? Okay, and not just that, but what I can say is that there is actually also a quadrant over here, right? So maybe let's call this 1, 2, okay, 3, 4. So there are 4 little quadrants at the corner. So what I want to do is I want to do one thing, and that is to remove away all of this first. I want to exclude this one. I don't want to count this in because what I want to do, what I'm trying to do is to find out how many semicircles are there in between. Make sense? Right? Because if there's one quadrant over here, it's going to be very confusing. So laterwards, then I will add this quadrant, correct? Laterwards, I just have to add the area of quadrant, okay? So what I want to do is, first thing first, I want to remove away this 1.5 and the other 1.5. Make sense? So I can actually look at the length. I can do 24 minus 1.5 minus 1.5. And that gives me 21 centimeters. So if one semicircle equals to 3 centimeters, all right, what I can do is I can find the number of semicircles. Okay, the number of semicircles is equals to 21 centimeters divided by 3, which is equals to 7 semicircles. So that means I can place 7 semicircles from where to where? From here all the way to here. I can put 7 semicircles. Including how many quadrant? 2 quadrant at the side. Okay, not forgetting the excess. Make sense? All right, the excess is the extra part. Okay, all right, it's out of the length itself. Okay, so laterwards, I'm going to count that. So number of semicircles is 7 semicircles. But the thing is this, right? How many lengths do I have? I have 2 lengths, right? So therefore, it's 14 semicircles in total. Why 14? Because 7 on top, 7 over here. Make sense? Now do the same thing for breadth. For breadth, I have 12 cm, right? What I want to do is I want to remove away. I want to remove away what? I want to remove away this one. All right. In fact, no, sorry, not that, but actually this one and this one, the 2 quadrants. Can you all see that? Okay, so same thing. All right, so since one quadrant, okay, I have 1.5, I can actually write down, okay, minus 1.5 minus 1.5. Okay, so 12 centimeters minus 3, and that gives me 9 cm. Correct? And how many semicircles can I find? I'll be able to get 9 divided by 3, and that gives me 3 semicircles. Which means to say I can actually put 3 over here. Right? Now, I can do 3 semicircle times 2 because 2 sides. Correct? 2 breadths. So total 6 semicircles. Okay? So now that I have found out how many semicircles can I place over here, what I want to do is I want to add up the excess. So when it comes to the excess, how many excess do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 excess, which means to say 4 excess means 4 quadrant, and 4 quadrant is actually equals to 1 circle. Make sense? And what about the quadrant, which is within the length, but yet it is not a semicircle? How many do I have? 1, 2, okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 quadrants, and that gives me 2 semicircles, 2 circles. So I have to add that in as well. You get what I'm trying to say? I have to add that in as well. So that is actually in total 3 circles. Okay, so in total, how many circles are there? Over here, I have 14 and 6, which means to say I have 20 semicircle, and that gives me 10 circle. Make sense? So if I have 10 circles over here, 3 circles over there, I know that in total I have 13 circles. So to find area of circle is just pi r squared. They said to use calculator pi. Very good. All I need to do is just pi times the radius, which is how much? 1.5 to the power of 2. Correct? And then after that, I times 13. Because I have 13 circles in total. And this will help me to get 91.89158512. Now, why is it that I'm writing out all of these numbers? Because I don't want any truncation error. So I write out everything. Right? If not, later towards then I realize I have some rounding error and stuff like that. I don't want that. Okay? Now, once I'm done with this, okay, I have found out all of these decorations, correct or not? Alright, all of these decorations, I know what is the area. The next thing I want to find is the area of the rectangle. So area of rectangle is very simple. As you can see over here, it's 24 by 12. So therefore, all you need to do is just do 24 times 12. When you do 24 times 12, you will get to your answer of 288. So what you want to do is you want to just add back, okay, the decorations. I call them the decorations. Of course, in the question, they didn't say that, okay, but I want to call them the decorations so that it will be easier for me lah. You get what I'm trying to say? All right, so to find the area of the card, so you write down area of card is equals to 288 plus 91.89158512. I will get to my answer 379.8915. When you round this off, what is it that they wanted you to round off to? 2 decimal places, correct? So 2 decimal places, it will be 379.89 centimeter square. And this is my answer for question number 15 of 2021 Singapore Chinese Girls School.